What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. Now, I did notice there was more of that locking up, freezing, like, kind of stuttering issue was going on with the game in my last episode, so I guess I didn't fix it. I did mess around with a couple more settings, the last things that I could think to do to fix it. If that doesn't work, then we might just have to put up with the recording freezing for 20 or so seconds every now and then. So I do apologize for the moments where that happens. If you do run into that, you just skip forward by 5 seconds at a time by using the right arrow key. Eventually you'll get to where it unfreezes. The audio was fine, it's just the video seems to pause. But again, it's only for like 10, 15, 20 seconds, so... And it's never seemed to have happened during anything important. It usually looks like it's happening in between a transitionary period from one area to another, but... I guess we'll just have to see what happens going forward. Hopefully, the changes that I have made will have fixed it. So we are in Arlethan to deal with a quest for Balara. We have this quest here in the Veil Jumpers camp too. This is the main reason we're here, but if we're walking through anyway, you know we're going to do the side quest. Do that for this ship.
Receiving your message was quite the surprise, Strife.
Desperate times and all that.
I'm still not clear on who you really are, Morrigan.
If I can provide assistance, do such things matter when the world faces such peril?
He's got a point.
You're friends with Solace.
Our relationship is more complex than you suggest, and circumstances have compelled me to stand against friends ere now.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call them buddy-buddy. Darren, I really should have insisted to Melia that she leave the depths of the forest earlier. I knew something was wrong. My magic felt different. The air felt charged. Even the wind, rustling through the leaves, sounded like a warning. She told me to go ahead, to wait by the river. I was there with the others when we started seeing lights in the sky. But Aravel never made it out. I'm so sorry. And that's on Solus, despite what he wants you to believe. Aenor's journal. Oros still isn't home. I shouldn't have let him go when he said he'd take the relic deeper into the forest to deal with it. I have to go after him, and I'm taking Gus. Oros and Gus are always inseparable, and Oros always said Gus was the best tracker he knew. Gus will find the trail. There's a crudely drawn map of the forest, showing where Tainor intends to search.
Veil Jumpers are in trouble. They could use our help if we can find them. This map is a good start.
We will give it a try. It looks like it's in the same general direction that the Balara quest is anyway, so it could be alright. Again, we barely know the Veil Jumpers, but it's the same team, and they're helping deal with the backlash from Solus's bullshit, so... If they're stronger, we're stronger. That is what we call light work. Yeah, we can turn left up here. Don't worry, I would never harm a nug. Alright, Balara, you're up. We'll take care of this first before we head out to help the Veil Jumpers. Balara returns to the Veil Jumpers to test ancient elven artifacts and ensure they behave safely. This quiet moment offers a chance to get to know her better.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yenarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
Aye aye.
I'm still a little confused about what I'm supposed to be doing.
It's her wheelhouse. We'll let her
Of
lead.
course you are. Sorry, sometimes I forget not everyone spends all their time studying ancient elven artifacts. We're going to check the crystal alignment.
She's so
the
awkward as a
connection,
human.
And the lyrium reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry.
Forget it.
Are you okay, Balara?
I'm fine.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Balara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly.
Of course. See you soon.
Some underlying tensions there, huh, Balara? I think we already explored
What
most
was
of
what all
this.
about?
Unless she's gonna let us in places we've never seen.
Seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, looks like she's letting us in places we've never seen.
Here we are. The artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of time for repairing walls. At least until someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random
Fair assessment.
example.
Artifact name, Gilanane's Binding. Found in the ruins of an unnamed Tig, artifact will combine multiple living creatures into one body when unstable. Causes immediate death in most cases. That just sucks everybody into the same body. Ouch. What did we get? This one? Scout reports. The trees are singing. Expedition scouting report. Veil jumpers Renyin and Nasir reporting. The trees and ruins reach started humming today. We heard faint echoes and went looking. We could never pinpoint it, but it sounded like music. It took us a while to realize it was coming from all directions, so we spent an hour going in circles trying to make sense of that. Finally, it dawned on us. It was coming from the trees. We were completely surrounded by the hum. Inside it. The whole forest was bathed in it. We couldn't tell if it was the leaves or the branches making the sound. We brought back samples of both, but as soon as we left Ruin's Reach, the hum stopped. We haven't heard it since. Hastily scrolled a note, borrowed the gauntlet artifact, figured out how to make it create arrows, and it resonates with other artifacts. Not sure what that means, but interesting. We'll return soon, promise. B. We need better guidance around artifact retrieval. No clear direction on what to do when you find one, and how you tell if it's safe. Lots of new people means lots of risk. Balara had some suggestions. Given her history, she's motivated to make this all safer. Suggest we convene and talk about her proposals. Strife. Given her history, huh? Found at the bottom of a large well, artifact will separate all nearby materials into constituent pieces when unstable. Materials can include people. And you can keep that one locked up, I think. I don't even know why I picked this up. I just assumed that I would need it at some point, so I took it. Silesa's Firefly. Found in the center of a large charred circle. Artifact will emit tremendous heat and light when unstable. Will melt stone. Well, that could come in useful. Okay, Balara, what are we doing?
Okay, see those two power crystals? The
Yeah.
ones that...
Got it.
Okay, new power crystal is in.
Great. And the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Roger, roger.
Was that a possibility?
Always is. And there we go.
So it's calmed now.
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality.
Well, that's
Okay,
nice.
let's keep going.
Sure. Sounds good.
I would hate to have reality torn open on my watch. At least wait till after I'm gone to mess with the fabric of time and space. Wouldn't look too good on my performance report to Varric. I think we're here to fix that kind of stuff,
It's
not make it
nice out
worse.
at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right.
Looks like we need 3. I already spied one.
Found one.
Great. Bring it over here and put it in the socket.
Seems so far so good.
So what did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it, every 30 minutes. And for some reason,
We dealt with that
you
in the
hear
forest.
chanting while it did
Well,
it.
not the
Not
chanting,
sure what that
but
was
things
about.
dropping random rocks on us. We did experience that while we were exploring our weapon. We had a fair taste of that. It's not gonna follow me down, is it? I guess I'll take the ladder and move politely. Come on, little glowing ball thing.
Okay, reserves replaced, which means there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do. I know.
This went way too smoothly.
Yeah, sure. There's bigger problems out there. Doesn't mean this isn't important.
I appreciate that. Okay, one more to go.
The last one is almost guaranteed to be a problem. There's no way all this goes off without a hitch.
Not too far now. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. Well, we're helping lots of people. Everywhere. I like that.
Got a kind-hearted streak. Hopefully that doesn't make it hard for her to make tough decisions. Because I fully intend on sticking a sword in Solus's throat at some point during this game, if the game allows me. I don't want a happy ending for Solus. He doesn't deserve one. I don't see him as the freedom fighting heartthrob that a lot of people do. He's no different than Anders to me, to be honest. That's who he's always reminded me of. Oh, I see you. Oh, I had no idea if that would work or not. I'm glad it did.
So how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Some of them like to try and blow up when you do it.
I'm guessing you might mess with that gate.
Hey, Rook.
What you need?
Never mind.
Found the other crystal.
Great, slot it in.
Okay, that's not what I thought would happen, but it worked. You're gonna wait 1 second before we put the other one in though, because we broke a lock off a door up here, and I want to see what's up there. Don't mind me, Balara. We got another memento. I wonder if you can change your appearance of the things that you wear when you're in the lighthouse. Like a casual wear. I wonder if there's a way to change that stuff.
There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
I imagine there's a lot of pressure too when you're the resident expert responsible for everybody's safety with all this.
Yeah, keeping reality from falling apart is important.
It's a stressful
Other
job.
Veil jumpers can do this. Why not let them?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Did you get somebody killed?
Make up for what?
For not being good enough? When it counted? I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
She's very awkward. I mean, you can't really hold that against her though. She just doesn't know how to deal with things. Even right there, her response is to run from the uncomfortable situation, right?
My brother,
What?
back there. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
I mean, it's obvious. We'll just apologize.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
You can
It's
tell us
okay.
if she wants to. I'm not gonna pry.
Well, no, it's not okay. But not because of you. Syrian. That was his name. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Notisterthalin. Figured it had the answers. Or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
You loved him. They loved the idea of him.
They never knew
It
him.
rarely matches up.
Not really.
Although I do think the
Didn't know
statue
why
would have been a
he
nice
did
way
what
to
he did.
honor his sacrifice, at least.
Syrian, he felt responsible. For our people. For me.
And now you feel responsible for him.
My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan. Hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking. Trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
Good
I
advice.
wish it were that easy.
It's easy to blame
I
yourself, harder to accept the reality that you
Told
just
myself I
didn't do
couldn't have
anything
done
about it.
anything, and my head believes it,
You see.
but my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook, Thank you for being here.
Yeah, things like that can be hard to deal with and hard to balance the checks in your head of what could have, would have, should have. Some things just aren't in your control though. It's part of bereavement. Balara tested the artifacts and concluded that they are safe. She also opened up about her brother Syrian, who died in a magical mishap that Balara blames herself for. And she got a keepsake. Increased healing. We'll take that happily. Alright, now where did you drop us? Do we have a beacon near you? We don't, but we are right here, so that'll work fine either way. Just gotta go up, walk a right, and then a left. So I guess to report back on some of the issues I've been facing. I did have a appointment with my physical therapist today for the first time about my back problems. I finally figured it was time to get somebody to take a look at that, at least be a little proactive in my recovery. So I got somebody to take a gander at it. I wasn't super satisfied with the testing, honestly. I felt like a bit of a language barrier there, but it seems like in general there is good news. I have no red flags of a serious injury. It's just a more minor injury that happens to be taking a long ass time to heal. So. Quick sidestep. Bonk you in the corner. So yeah, the prognosis I got for my injury was another 4 to 6 weeks with physical therapy activities and exercises multiple times every day, and just hope for the best, I guess. Go back in 4 to 6 weeks if there's still no improvement. So while it's not perfect, I would have preferred more complete answers and testing or whatever. It is at least positive that it's nothing like serious, nothing that I have to rack my brain over, so that's cool. I was getting a tad concerned about some of that stuff. What do you do? Galvanized tears, electricity. You are just healing. When you have low health, replenish automatically triggers. That could be useful. What are you? You apply weakened. Weakened is good. You're just a time pause. We have one more point. Let's get our health to trigger automatically. You're doing everything I want you to do. Yes, yes indeed. Perfect. Alright, now let's go see how you and Nev work together. Are you gonna be problematic? I think we can wrap all the way around. I think. Yeah, we can. Just have to go the long way because of the blight. We can probably break that if we find a way to get... Oh, there's lots of stuff going wrong here, huh? Alrighty. We're gonna have some business. I don't think we can swim. I swear we've been there. Oh. Well, that was really obvious, wasn't it?
This is where Tainor was headed. There's blight here. She didn't mention that.
Could be new. Blight spreads fast.
Yeah, it doesn't spread that far. He had a relic, too. I'm guessing he was messing with the relic.
Trouble coming.
I would love to know what I am doing when I do those things. Well, we don't need to scrap the deal.
Can't get along.
You're not part of the quest. Disengage, team. Maybe not. Oh. I was supposed to break this, huh? Yeah, I thought so. To whomever finds this, it was as I suspected. The relic we were sent after was blighted, or it had some connection to the blight. The corruption was on me before I knew it. I'm glad I sent Tainor home. I cannot let the blight spread. I will find some way to destroy this thing, if it's the last thing I do. Or else.
Oh, not good. That relic ended up blighting Oros.
Really not good.
Oros. He didn't make it. But it seems he managed to destroy the relic. Tainor and Gus must be out here somewhere. We'll keep looking.
A good man lost to the blight. Following the blight pustules is usually a good decision. Well, that altar just gave us a new path here. We've been here. It's just blocked before. Okay. More blight sickness up there. Looks like it. I might be able to cheese that.
Darkspawn. Wait. Is that... I think that's Tainor.
No! Damn it!
All set. Got things ready.
I'm so sorry, Tainor.
You know, it kind of sucks that we just keep ledging the enemies. I wish they had thrown that back, actually.
You didn't deserve this. One more Veil jumper to find. The tracker, Gus. Let's hope we can still save him.
Yeah, hopefully. Where would you be, Gus? You were with her, so I would be surprised if you didn't hold the same fate. Maybe you hit up top. Okay, well, I think we can finally go kick that shortcut down now, at least. These wheels.
Collar. It says Gus. Wait. The tracker Tainor talked about was a Nug. Horus's companion Nug. Let's get you home, little one.
Agreed. Getting back to some semblance of normalcy. Now, before we do, just like jump on back. I want to kick that ladder down, because that has been a problem and a thorn in our side for way too long, so... Let's just go get that shortcut taken care of. The fact that I've been past it so many times without the ability to kick it kind of bugged me, so... It was right up here. We've already smashed the blight to pieces, so we should just be able to waltz on in there and kick the shit and then go to the Veilguard camp. Yes, indeed. Oh, actually, I could have just thrown a shield at that, I think. Oh well. What matters is it's down. Let's swing back to the Veil Jumpers. Turn that in. Well, they lost both of their people, but at least they didn't lose their pet, right?
I hope Tainor is all right. I haven't seen her in days.
I have unfortunate news about that.
'Tis true. The gods' workings project elements of the worst kind of blood magic.
And what do you know about blood magic? Witch of the Wilds.
Enough to be wary of.
That's Gus! I wondered where he was. Haven't seen Oros or Tainor in a while either.
I'm sorry. Gus was the only one I could save.
Oh, creators have mercy. Poor Gus. Do you think he understands? I suppose I'll look after him now. Oros wouldn't want him to be lonely. Thank you, Rook.
Well, I'm glad you're stepping up to the plate for it. Alright, we did get a level, so let's take a look into this. We've been working our way on up through the survival tree a lot. I do eventually want to get into champion. That's pretty much where I've decided I'm going to go. Theory of the Forge would be cool to play with, but let's see. What was I heading towards over here? That's advantage. Projectile abilities. Being an enemy with a control ability grants deflect. You generate 4 rage when taking damage. This will just help us when we get hit. We'll become more effective in combat. This detonates weakened, which will proc really good off Balara's talents. Traumatize. Let's get some rage generation going. And I don't think we had anything at you, did we?
If you're in the market for instruments of dismemberment, just so happens I can help.
In the market to sell my valuables. Increase in rarity. What is good? Just heartwood. I wish I could preview this before I spend money on it. Today's casual kit for Veil Jumpers downtime, perfect for chats by the fire. A comfortable outfit cut in the sharp lines of Tevinter, crafted in the Dalish style. Let's get that. And this. I assume common appearance is when you don't have your gear
Send your
on.
friends my way.
But I don't actually know that to be a fact, so. I guess I'll have to go back to camp to look at that, so... Go back to the lighthouse, now that we're done with all that. Balara might have some commentary for us anyways, now that we finished her personal quest. An update on Gus. Dear Rook, thank you again for figuring out what happened to Tainor and Oros. Gus is adjusting to life without them, I think. Eating well, and me and the other Veil Jumpers play with him when we can. He still screams if I try to remove Oros' old backpack from his hutch. You ever heard a Nug scream? It's bone-chilling. Things have been terrible lately, but having Gus around helps me get through it. He really does put a smile on everyone's face. Thank you again for bringing him home. Regards, Lone. Okay, so we get little updates too after we leave a certain area. It's a nice touch. We have Balara and Nev. Okay, so we'll definitely go chit-chat to them. I do want to go to our quarters real quick too and see if we can change our common appearance, because these rags that we're walking around in is not befitting such a Chad warrior as us, so... We are slinging way too much sword and board around to be dressed like a peasant. Alright. No. Somewhat better. Could be worse. Not bad, I suppose. I think this is the winner chicken dinner. Cause clipping. Okay, so it's really only these three that are actually for casual wear. Let's go with this. I guess we could do that. Not exactly what I wanted, but hey ho. Until we find more to buy. Alright, let's head on outside. We'll go turn in our mementos and then we'll see what's going on with Nev and the other one. Change the call. Elven it is. Yeah, I'm okay with that. If we get the opportunity, I'd like to make it Canary, because I quite like Canary architecture. It's the first one or the second? First one.
A sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
You want some LA
a certain
Noir?
amount of focus, too.
Facial expression
okay,
here.
Well, maybe not then.
When the mushrooms hit.
I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook,
She's still banged up.
here to join us.
What's going on with you two?
What are
Bonded.
you two up to?
We're talking, just two normal people talking about things. You know,
He says in the most
very casually.
awkward, non-normal
It
way
turns
ever.
out Balara knows my work. Or, at least the parts that make the papers.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal. Or a happy ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to...
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
Up to you.
You don't need to tell me if you're not comfortable.
It's less that, and more that the story needs the right atmosphere.
What atmosphere would that
After
be?
dark over bad coffee. Or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Speaking of,
Definitely coffee.
what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
Leave Nev and Balara to finish without you? Nah. Kind of free roam.
There's no official rotation. Everyone just makes extra food when they get hungry.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
I want to learn about my companions. I wouldn't just leave them be.
Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. And Tevan, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love khachapuri. What about you, Rook? What are you craving?
I mean, khachapuri sounds good.
Cheese and bread were the only words I needed to hear.
You have no idea.
It's good with the right cheese, which can be hard to find out in the forest.
Well, we'll have to see what we can find you. You should have an assistant.
We're gonna have Balara whip up some food for us.
See if it tastes right. That sort of thing.
Nev,
You don't trust the cooking?
Helping me cook?
Again, the flattery is...
Right, just a person. Got it.
Great. Now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
Magical cooking. No obvious fuel source for the stove. Ovens use wood, which makes sense, but how does the stove work? Faint traces of magic when we cook. Balefire? How would that even work? Theory. Stove is drawing from the ambient magical energy and converting it into heat. Is this a constant process? What happens to the excess? Magic, finite resource. Could we ever actually run out of it? Fate is incalculably vast, but it has to have an edge, right? Asked Nev to try same meal cooked on stove, magic, and on my portable camp stove, wood. Blind taste test suggests no difference in flavor. Surprising. Further experiments necessary. It's funny that she didn't tell Nev that she was using her as a test bunny. It's amusing to me. Not sure I would take that gamble if I was Nev. Alright, so that does wrap us up perfectly there then. We wrapped all that up, and the only thing left to do is to go ahead and head on out on the next main quest. So, all that being said, and us being so close to this rank, that is going to be a perfect spot to wrap the episode. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.